Hey guys, it's me again. Um, I wanted to try to get everything covered that I wanted to talk about from the ice storm we had there before Christmas and I wanted to go into telling you what happened after Christmas, which some of it I kind of left out and I kind of jumped and told you what's going on right now. Well, on December 27th, it was Julia's birthday. If you follow me on Facebook, I'm just moving the iPad here. You would have known that it was Julia's 9th birthday. So, on Julia's birthday, we had decided to do something really nice for her, and we were going to take her to Build-A-Bear. And, when we had her party with her best friend, I had spent over a certain amount that I was able to get a gift card that I was qualified for at a certain price. So I got this gift card and I was going to give it to Julia's friend as a Christmas surprise kind of thing. When I told Brian said, just keep it. Her parents probably won't come out here, and it did make sense. If they weren't going to see Santa Claus, they weren't just going to make a regular trip out there on any given day, which is something Brian and I would do in a heartbeat. Like, if someone asked us to go out there or we just felt like going out there, we would just go out there, no problem. No questions asked. We're not worried about, gas and whatnot. We wouldn't go out there if we couldn't afford to go out there. I'm just fixing the blanket here on the couch. So I kept it, and I kept it a surprise, and I gave it to Julia for Christmas in her stocking. So on her birthday, we decided to take her to Square One, and that's in Mississauga. And we got there okay, and actually, a day or two before, I was with Brian, and we were doing some running around between grocery stores and going to different hardware stores because we were looking for those camping plastic lanterns that you can use. And because of the ice storm, everything went crazy. All flashlights and anything to do with lights and lanterns and salt and trimmers and everything. That stuff was all sold out because everybody was going in panic mode and grabbing these items that they could. So we're eventually going to buy one this round when camping season starts. So we have one for future in case something like this happens again. So we were getting ready to leave the mall and head home because we were getting hungry. We wanted some dinner, and Brian was driving in Mississauga on this particular highway, street, whatever. I don't know exactly where exactly we were. He decided to do a U-turn, and all of a sudden the car made this revving sound, like rrr, like really loud. So he got us pulled over safely. We all freaked out. I'm like, what are we going to do? He's like, what do you want me to do? I calmed down, and I said, just call a tow truck guy, and we'll go from there. So we called the tow truck guy, and I'll put his information in the box down below. So if any of you that live in the Toronto, Mississauga, Brampton area, feel free to call this tow truck guy because they are awesome. So we called them. And we told him our location. It took him a little while to get out where we were because he was out by the airport because he likes to manage the airport area and areas around there. So we asked if we could pay with credit card. He says, well, it would be better if you just pay cash. I'm only going to charge you $100. With credit card, it would probably be a little more, and he would have had to split the payment with his boss. So he'd rather just get the cash. So as we were pulled over to the side, it being cold, we were hungry. We had all these cars honking and trying to go around us. We had our four-ways on. And the city of Mississauga, their road guy, he came to block off us safely so that the cars just knew to go around. And he had asked if we called a tow truck guy, and I said, well, Brian had said, yeah, we did, and he's on his way. So finally, when the tow truck guy got there, Brian explained what was going on, and he had told him, yeah, it most likely is what you're thinking. At first, before we even called the tow truck guy, Brian was making me freaking out, thinking it was a transmission, and I'm like, please do not be the transmission. You know, we have done everything we are supposed to do for this car. We keep oil in it. We get the oil changed when we're supposed to. You know, we may be a month or two behind, but we get it done. We always maintain this car, and we keep her clean, because that's the type of people we are. So we asked them to just take us to Canadian Tire, and I know, wait, red flags going up here, okay? You're probably going to say, Canadian Tire. Well, Canadian Tire is what you call an emergency when it comes to taking your car there. I know there's other garages that you can take your car to and only pay for what needs to actually be done and not get, like, gypped. Some places will, okay, I'm here to get my muffler done. Okay, so they're going to go do your muffler, and they charge you more on top of it, or they try to get you to get other things that you don't really need. So, through my good friends, who I've been friends with for close to 8.5 years, almost, has it been 8.5 years? Anyways, we've been friends with them for quite some time. Like, we met this couple at the park, Gage Park, where Brian, myself, and Pam and Jay had gotten married. And before we moved into the house, when the weather was nice, there's my email, we would take Julia out there and just spend a couple of hours just to, you know, let her play in the park and meet some other kids and, you know, give us something to do to pass the time and to enjoy the weather. Well, it was fall, and we took Julia to this one Pacific day. We took her to the park, Gage Park, and there was another family there that just happened to be at the park playing with their t-ball set that they had just recently bought for their youngest son, who's close to Julia's age by a year. So we started talking to them, and never thought nothing of it. Went about our business and whatnot. And it just happened, the whole family was there. We met their oldest son, their daughter, and then the youngest. And then we met those two. At that time, they lived not too far from there. And we heard through another friend of ours about this new area place that everyone was going to for playgroup. Because we were wondering what was going on with everybody at the playgroup where we used to go. They weren't really going there anymore. So we found out about this new place, and we went to go check it out. And this woman was sitting on the couch. And I had said, she looks familiar. And she said, do I know you from somewhere? And I said, yeah, we met at Gage Park or whatever. So we started talking, and she introduced us and told us about where her kids were going 5-pin bowling at one particular point. We decided to sign up Julia, and ever since then, we have been, you know, at the same bowling alley, both families, for quite some time now. So Pat just recently a year ago, she retired and sold the house and the bowling alley together. And she's now living in Windsor in Ontario. And we did what her wish was for us to go up to Georgetown. And going up to Georgetown was the best move, I have to say, for all of us. I love it there. I'm going to continue going there until they don't have the program anymore. And so, anyways, getting back to what I was mainly talking about. So, she told us about a garage that she deals with on Queen Street here in Brampton. And we went to go check out this garage, and they're really good. It's just sometimes when they get too busy on, like, waiting for oil changes and whatnot, and it's going to be quite some time, Brian and I will just go down and go over to, I know the name of it. Mr. Lube. It was there on the top of my tongue, but I just couldn't seem to get it out. I know they're connected. I was thinking they're connected to Walmart. Well, the one that we go to. So I'm like, okay, so we have gotten oil changes from Canadian Tire and whatnot, but we do like going to garages that when you ask them to look at something, they'll look at it and they'll let you know honestly if you really need it done or not. And if you don't need it done, they won't make you pay for it. Because, like I was saying before, some places will look at what you're asking, find other things to try to, like, let's try to get them for money. You know what I mean? But, no, we don't want that kind of stuff. So, through word of mouth, we started going to that garage. And also, Brian's also been doing a lot of the work that he can do on his own. Because I now have the book for our car that tells everything about it. So if he needs to look up anything or get a specific part, he can. We do have a place that we go to, a Discount Auto Parts place. But we have also found Canadian Tire has parts that are usually cheaper than Discount Auto Parts. We have found some other places that charge you more money for the part so that you can get that money back when you bring in the old one. So, you know, we're doing things that are a lot cheaper in the aspect of where we go. So, it's good to know that we have those places that we can go to. So, right where I sit in the passenger side, that bar or thing that's underneath it that turns your car to do a U-turn or turn a corner, that part snapped right off. And so we had that replaced, and we had the transmission also flushed, which I was planning on doing that this month anyway, but we'll be paying for that because the car broke, we needed to up the limit on the credit card. Did we want to? No, but we just had to. And we decided, because we did that, we wanted to end 2013 with just, you know, let's just go for it. This year we're just going to continue on like we've been paying it and not using it unless it's an emergency for the car. So we, on actual New Year's, we went to see Frozen, the movie that everybody was raving about. And there's a few new movies coming out that I know that are going to be a must-see. Right now they've been advertising Nut Job, so we're going to have to go see that. And they're raving The Muppets, and I am looking forward to seeing The Muppets. So, before we went to the movies, we went to Eastside Mario's for dinner. We had a great New Year's. Other than one of our friends last minute tried to be able to come to our house, and we're like, sorry, we're out for dinner, and we're going to the movies. So we had an awesome time, and we're not feeling guilty that we treated ourselves. You know, we don't, like, to be honest with you, this Christmas, I'm so thankful that